Alright, testing. Sounds like I'm doing okay as far as voice is concerned. And it looks like cross-posting is happening a little bit early, so we're gonna go ahead and take care of that. If I look a little run ragged, I've just had a very long day and long last few days, so excuse the look. Just gonna finish posting on social media and then I'll get right to it. Not that anybody's really waiting anyway, so...
Overtime they erode and destroy hearts of good souls in the dark, filled with dismay, laid along and fake too much, all the way through till the crumble into shattered down they go. Don't let 'em do it like that to us. There are all things that make you weak. So wake up from no sleep. Don't refuse to be free, let go. Time and space to break out this in your mind. Take my
Right,
hand,
that's
join the
done.
team. Gonna let the dead leaf fall down. Hey, it's time to rise up.
Okay, I think that's everything. Alright, so last I left off, if I remember this correctly, is this was a Japanese shrine-based jail, and it had me wandering around kind of aimlessly because I didn't know the locations, the names of the locations in here well enough, so I kind of put it down early and voted to go back at it at a later time. So I need to get back here. And then there was a thing over here that gave me the clue. So let's get to that. Okay. Reaching the Mother Fox Shrine requires the following ritual. Okay, let's see if we can find a way to take that down. Let's use the chat for that, why not? Couple. Harmony. Parental. Daughter. Fortune. Alright. And it turns out Twitch does not like line breaks. I need to really remind myself of that. Alright, so, moving forward. Let's go right ahead. Now, I mean, it might be that... that did not work out the way I wanted it to. That is okay. One shot kill. Did it even tell me which?
I'd say we performed quite admirably.
Corner of
Here's
fear.
hoping the next one's just as easy.
Nope. No shadows here.
So, corner of fear, huh? And this takes me back where I came from, okay.
That shadow might pose a problem.
Ready anytime. Just say the word.
Got this for sure.
Be gone.
That was it? Alright.
That was a quick one.
Good stuff, guys. Keep it coming.
Alright, let's... So this is the one I should end up at, I guess?
Looks like you can jump off it. Keep the right and run circles around the enemy. It's the time. Run them up.
All right. You took out most of them. Don't let up, guys.
Well, this takes me where the mark shows anyways, so let's just
Looks like this area is clear.
go with that.
Hey, something did happen to the statue. Its eyes are shining too. But it looks like the other one.
Looks like we're hunting for the other fox statue now.
So you think we'll be able to use the path if we light up both? You're the sleuth here.
Yeah. Nope.
So, it's true. Maybe that means...
Oh, okay. Thanks for the reminder, I guess.
Oh. But... in other words,
Okay.
I see.
Okay,
come
okay,
on, come
okay.
on.
Okay, so the next is the Harmony
I know
Shrine.
we can't stick around here, but this place
Where? Oh,
Tori is pretty.
so I didn't even
This
need to
shrine's
write
pretty
that
good
down.
tourist.
Fantastic. Alright. Well,
But in the real world,
I guess that makes things
it's just
might
like this
easier.
becoming a night.
We can come back once this is all over. We can even bring Akane-chan with us.
Still gonna be doing a bit of wandering, but at least I'm not gonna be totally lost like I thought I'd be before. Still a little bit lost though. Ah, there we are. So, first shrine. Or, well, technically the second. Let's see, where is that at? Okay. Of course, it's not going to be straightforward. Why would it be?
There aren't any shadows nearby.
Oh. Hello. We're just
Cool,
gonna
a rare one.
not do
I'd
that
say we're
again.
pretty lucky. It's a checkpoint.
So, not as annoying as I anticipated, but still quite annoying. I mean, I could do myself a favor and try and, like, memorize where the portals go and such, but honestly, this may just be quicker in the long run. I mean, I'm hoping. Just kind of wandering around and hoping that'll get me somewhere. There we go.
I'm in position.
You plan on
Waiting your signal.
nothing. You can't do anything.
This is our chance. What is that? Super big to win.
Nothing running proceed. Hunt down any stragglers.
Good. All right. There's a shrine.
They had their
here,
heads up their
right?
asses.
No.
What else can I say?
There's the shrine. All right. 3 down. 2 to go. Where to next? Ah, this shouldn't be too bad. Once I get to a certain spot, I'm pretty sure I know where I'm going from there. Yes, okay, it is a straight shot, I believe, from here. Easiest one so far. Alright. I can deal with that. Alright, next up is not on... Am I missing it? Yes, yes I am. Okay. Nope. And of course the one that I hit most frequently in the beginning is going to be the hardest to find for me. I hit 10 bucks. Nope, never mind. Didn't even get finished saying that before I ran into it. Alright. Come on. Let me... Alright.
Ooh, Inari statue ahoy!
Just so you know, Inari are not literally foxes. It's just a form they're said to take when on Earth.
Okay, so, based on what we saw earlier, the eyes should line up once we defeat a shadow. But where is it?
Speak of the devil with you, James. Let's get this over with.
Right, we're on it!
Okay. Okay, so
Hey, watch your help!
that wasn't cool.
Okay. This one. There.
And I'm starting to remember how ill-equipped I was to take this on.
This guy's pretty strong!
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Capitalize on its ice weakness!
Alright, first off, target. Do we have Ryuji in the party?
My turn!
Let's hope. Let's hope.
Down, incoming attack! Brace yourself!
Oh no. Okay, wow, these weak gunshots.
I got your back! Ooh, back it up! That one's
Switch it up.
Shoot him up!
Thankfully, everybody here
Fair
can
warning, this one's gonna be rough!
do gunshots.
Straight.
Okay, what we're doing? Sorry, I got a little bit distracted.
Get your ass goodbye!
Alright, not bad, not bad.
Show him who's boss!
Yeah. Take this.
Okay.
Take this!
Showtime! Take it away, Panther!
Fire!
Perhaps I should be
Switch
taking
out.
notes. I'll take it from here.
Take this! I'll take them all!
Stamina's getting low. Watch closer while you fight.
Take this!
I got you back.
I'll take it! Sorry, I need retreat.
Well, alright.
Thank you. I owe you one.
He needs medical attention.
Okay, no. This sound from before I applied medicine. Good. Sorry, I missed the chat there. Lang, this is what I consider chapter 5, but I'm measuring chapters based on how to put this, the different areas that you play through. I've been told that not been told. I've played through, and apparently, if you haven't played Persona 5, the heavy spoilers don't start till about the second last dungeon, which, if I remember correctly, is roughly 2 from this. However, honestly, you're not, like, it's not so spoilery that, at this point at least, that it's gonna ruin the game for you. Especially now, because it's just gameplay at this point.
Show 'em, Warfall!
This one. You've got this.
I'll do it. I'm going Persona! Legion! Arsene! Silky!
Thankfully, he's got another weakness he can take advantage of.
Let me exploit
Let's
those
go!
weaknesses.
Lavender!
You pulled that off quite well.
You're mine!
All frozen. Super attack. Really
I'm sorry, but if my kid is coming through on the mic, he's had a rough day today, and probably going to continue to be a rough night, so if it comes through, I do apologize. Trying to help her sleep.
Slime! Lamia! Orthrus! Take this! Try this!
It's a joker.
I can get that one.
This guy's pretty strong. Capitalize on his ice weakness.
Yeah, next time I go to start a stream, I think I'm gonna probably should focus on supplies a little bit more. I mean, I think I got lucky this time, but
This one, there,
I'm not
there.
always going to be.
Okay, this one. Won't know when to hit ya.
And I think that'll do it. Yep.
The eyes are shining now. Perfect. Let's get back to the other statues. Hopefully we can proceed now. We lost a lot of stamina. Maybe it's time to head back?
Okay, I think we're clear. Let's move it.
I'll get my ass to a checkpoint as soon as I can. And restock. So Lang, if you like, is this entirely new for you? Like you're curious about the Persona series and you're just getting into this, or do you have any experience, or like, well, what is your take so far, and what have you gotten
There's a
into at this
checkpoint near
point?
here. I recommend stopping by.
Perhaps we should return home.
The entire thing. You played any of the Dynasty Warriors games at all?
This should be helpful.
How about Dynasty Warriors games, Lang?
What are you selling? Are you sure? Come in. Are you sure?
Okay, okay.
Are you sure?
Well, Lang, honestly,
Are you sure?
you don't really need to be in on Persona to really enjoy this game as an isolated experience. I mean, there are some details that enhances the story if you know beforehand, but they don't really require you to have like an intimate knowledge of the franchise or of even Persona 5 to really enjoy the story of this game so far. And honestly, you can get through roughly about half the game to 3/4 of the game before you start really getting stuff that might be a little bit confusing to somebody who wouldn't otherwise be into these kinds of games. Like it's pretty good for that.
Having trouble deciding? Who is it for? Who is it for?
Okay, we need to get items. That's what I'm
Chance to shop. You want this one? Put it to good use, okay?
stuck on, so that's what we're gonna get.
How many would you like? You want this one? Thanks for your patronage. How many would you like?
Sophia actually has
You want
plot
this?
reasons
Thanks for your
for
patronage.
being present
How many would you
in the
like?
game as well, and
You want this? Put it to good use, okay?
it's really interesting on how she's set up, because the whole group through the course of Persona 5 is presented as teenagers to kind of establish almost like a camaraderie, but also a kind of like they're not taking things too seriously, they're not thinking too hard about it, for lack of a better way to describe it. At the end of the day, they're just kind of stumbling through it, and that makes it so they spend more time worrying about their day-to-day lives in, kind of to align itself with like slice of life style anime, as opposed to spending hours and hours and hours expositing, is that a word? Well, it's a word now. Expositing about the dramatics and the science and the basically the reasons and the whys of everything that's going on. Just kind of one of those, yeah, it's happening.
You want this one? Put it to good use,
Is this
okay?
how
many
it
would you
works?
like?
Okay,
You
yeah.
want this?
Well,
Thanks for your
even if it
patronage.
doesn't make sense, we don't care, because we do the thing, other thing happens, and that's just how it's gonna go. Like it's really just kind of a, not so much a suspension of disbelief, but a suspension of critical thought, like, for lack of a better way to put it. And honestly, it's kind of a relief, which is why I honestly kind of like it, because there's tons, and I mean right up until the very end, tons, and I don't want to say plot holes, because it is thought of eventually, but there's tons of stuff that leaves all kinds of room for theorizing and just kind of coming up with your own interpretation of things, if that's your thing. And it happens to be mine, so
How many would you like? You want this one? Thank you very much.
that's something I enjoy from this. And actually, there's a really good point that they really kind of brush over at the beginning of the game that kind of puts a brand new perspective on some stuff from Persona 5, so I'm definitely here for that.
You want this one? Thank you very much. How many would you like? You want this? You're buying quite a bit. You want put it to good use.
God, I
How
hope
many
there's
would
some
you
rice.
like?
Yes.
You want thanks for your patronage.
I am
You
always
want put
running
it
out
to
of
good
that
use,
stuff.
Okay?
If you're talking about like the franchise as a whole, Lang, you're probably looking at Persona being,
How many would you like? You want the put it to good use.
I wouldn't say
okay?
like
How
a
many would you like?
cornerstone of JRPGs, but it is definitely
You want this? How many would you
like,
want this one? How many
it's
would you want
niche,
this?
but
Thank you
it's
very much.
so established in the like it just among all JRPGs that it may as well be a cornerstone of what JRPGs are expected to be, especially with Persona 5, how it just kind of cemented its place for certain. Because there was a lot of people who kind of poo-pooed on Persona games, especially after Persona 3, where it was more like an anime and more like a, how to put this, like a teen drama or slice of life drama, as opposed to a video game. And to some degree, it was right. But
Having trouble
if
deciding?
you look at how the entire franchise has progressed over the years, you're probably looking at the Persona games being a little bit more like a long-standing representative of what to expect from JRPGs just as a whole. It's not quite like your Dragon Warriors or your Final Fantasies that are so established that they have tropes across the board, like battle systems and story tropes and character tropes and things like that. But it's definitely paving its own path, and it is a recognized path in the genre for sure. Let's see if I can leave here. I cannot. So the Sophia shop is
What's
the
on the menu?
only shop
Are
I
you
have
gonna cook?
available. That is disappointing. Let's see what I can make. There's a few things that require rice that I really should be after here. That
Good
one
idea.
has onion, no rice, but definitely go for
Well,
it.
it smells delicious.
That is what I should have gotten. Shit. Well, can't take it back now. Alright.
Here's what I found. You're accepting this request?
Okay. I can take that on and it won't derail me
Let's do
too
our
much. Hey, Barthane, thank you for coming in. I understand you don't want to spoil things too much here, so I appreciate you coming in. I should let you know, though, Barthane, that this point in the game right now is not terribly spoiler heavy. It is mostly gameplay, mostly story exposition for this point in the game has already come to pass. That was most of the last stream, so you're pretty safe if you just want to check the game out. Okay. seeing as I don't have any other shops
What
to
are you
go
looking for
to at
today?
this point, I'm gonna just equip some of my guys and roll with that.
Having trouble deciding? Which one?
Now I think these are gonna be the two for this area, and they're lower attack than what I have, so let's go ahead and check. It's literally one is less damaging than the other, no effects. Alright. I can definitely appreciate
Trouble
that.
deciding? You want this one? Do you want to equip that? Thanks for your patronage.
One thing that's weird and is kind of missing, Lang, is in this particular version of the Persona 5 games, there's
Do you
no,
want this one? Do you want to equip that? Put it
like
to
you
good
can't
use, okay?
equip guns. In Persona 5, guns were treated as a separate equipable item, whereas in this game you just are pretty much stuck, and I'm pretty sure the attack of your shooting weapons is tied to what you have equipped for your melee weapon, which I like and I don't like at the same time. I like the full control that you got, but at the same time, that's not really what they're going for here with this type of game.
You want this one? Do you want to equip that? Thanks for your patronage.
I think we'll have enough to get one protector. Already has the best. That's going to be the case across the board. What has she got? Yeah, she's good. Do not have enough for it. How about that
You
one?
want
That
this
one will
one?
still be
Do you
an
want to
upgrade.
equip that? Thanks for your
Let's get it
patronage.
equipped.
Close
Alright,
the door.
I think we're good for another run. Let's see here. Okay, so differences between Persona 5
Trouble deciding?
and Persona 5 Strikers. So Persona 5 Strikers is how to put this in a concise way. Persona 5 is as different as it is the same to Persona 5 as a whole. What Persona 5 Strikers is it's taking, how to put this, elements from the Dynasty Warriors series of games, much like Hyrule Warriors or Fire Emblem Warriors did, and then implemented them into the Persona 5 franchise. So Persona 5 is more of a traditional JRPG, whereas Persona 5 Strikers is a Persona 5 game that features a lot more action-y type gameplay that's more in line with the Dynasty Warriors series of games. Of course, like all Persona games, it definitely still has its own personality and approach, but it is still a more action-y game as opposed to Persona 5, which is more of a traditional JRPG for sure.
Now then.
And in terms of jarring, like gameplay mechanics that are jarring between the two, I could only say that it'd be jarring if you weren't expecting the differences. If you went into any Persona spin-off, and there's been several Persona spin-offs, with Persona 4, there was a series of fighting games in that universe. There was a rhythm game that also... there was a rhythm game for the Persona 5 universe as well. And I guess if you're just familiar at all between the two, the differences would not be really that jarring. That said, if you know what you're getting into when you get into Persona 5 Strikers, it's really not like... I guess it's just not that jarring at all. Because anybody who's played both franchises that this features mechanics from, you'd know exactly what you're getting into. Like, it doesn't feel out of place.
Statues do appear affected now. Oh,
Hell yeah! We're on our way!
yeah, let's get going. Whoa, Akane is just beyond here. I have scooped your location.
Kind of strange when an AI puts it that way. But my senses are telling...
Let's see if I have enough. Yes, I do. Oh, I need to do one of the requests to get this. Alright. Hopefully that chest is not a big deal.
Almost there, Akane.
I wonder what this is. Akane-chan!
I've been waiting for you imposters. Yeah, even you. And you all right here. It's payback time for the guy who killed my mom.
Akane, please listen. I'm done running away. I will catch the villain who killed your mother without fail. I swear it on Aoi's name. So please, give this up already.
How can I trust a word you say? All adults do is lie. Even if there are bad people in the world, they just pretend they don't exist. And the Phantom Thieves came along, shattering lies and leaving truth in their wake. But now...
Hear me out, Akane-chan. I'm sure you've noticed too that Zenkichi-san is just as torn up over losing your mother. All he could do was fight the pain the best way he knew how. But because of how painful your experience was, you didn't want to accept his solution.
No, that's not true.
You know it's not that simple, Akane-chan. Your father isn't the one at fault. It's the man who killed your mother in the first place. I can't begin to imagine the pain and suffering you went through. But please, give your father a chance.
What are you...
Once you lose somebody, it's too late to tell them anything ever again. Holding back will only lead to regret later down the line. And in order to avoid that, you need to face the truth head on. That's something I could only learn from the people right here.
Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up! The Phantom Thieves would never spew such lies. They would be on my side. The real Phantom Thieves would never hurt me. The real Phantom Thieves are my friends!
Everyone, guards up! Wait, that one looks like... Joker? Whoa, what's going on?
Goodness, those poses.
If you're my Phantom Thieves, then change their hearts!
Okay.
Who are these guys? Why do they look just like us? Are they the Phantom Thieves in Akane's cognition?
Her cognitions? What? What does that even mean? They're just some phonies. Sure won't look like us when we're done with them. You better make it quick. Hang on, Akane. I'm coming to get you.
Listen to me.
Oh, so I'm one-on-one divided here.
Okay, leave it to me.
Go, my handsome beast. Rid us of these imposters. Don't back down. Show us the real Joker smile. Now's your chance. Play into him. My band of thieves. Good thing, Joker. You're doing great. The enemy's burning up. You're almost finished with nuclear attack. Fair warning. This one's gonna be rough.
Fire!
Can't touch Joker.
Alright.
Talk about copyright infringement.
It's over.
Wait, so we're just gonna go ahead and get some of that health?
This one. Okay. There.
Looks like it's working. Keep it up, Joker.
Persona! Hi, Pixie! Bighorn! Satan! Black News! I'll use this.
Super fast. Look for some sort of opening.
Take this! Fire!
How could a remake be so close to the original? Keep your cool, Joker.
You're mine!
That might come in handy. We can attack with it?
Give me seven copycats. It's your own thing.
I admit, he looks pretty good, but he still doesn't have anything on me.
We're on the way. That one's a bit tough. Everyone stay focused. That's super fast. Look for some sort of opening. Good thinking, Joker.
That's the way, Joker.
Joker got it.
He even matches my speed?
Being someone who does everything you do is so annoying.
This might be our strongest.
Okay. This one.
Close yet. Careful, everyone.
Fire! Got it.
That one looks tough. Everyone stay focused.
You're mine. Fire! Right here! Yeah! Fire!
We're on the way.
Got it. Thanks for the backup.
That's super fast. Look for some sort of opening.
It's like a battle of attrition or something. God, imagine if I had to do this with a whole party of these guys.
Okay.
Honey-chan, please! Stop this! We're on your side!
Showtime! Black ooze! Here!
Mind-blowing as always, Joker! Amazing, Joker! He's really something.
It's over.
Joker got in a follow-up attack!
Here!
That one looks tough. Everyone stay focused. Hey, watch your help!
Yo.
That's why I have to carry out my own.
I had no idea I'd made it so bad for you, Akane. I'm so sorry. I won't run from the truth anymore. Please, come back to me.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. We have a revive ability. That couldn't have come any sooner. Not at all.
We ain't losing to no phonies!
They may have appeared like us on the surface, but in the end, they were pale imitations. They never stood a chance.
Not against the real thing.
No way! How could this happen? How could my Phantom Thieves lose? Does that mean you're the real ones? So you're the actual Joker?
You betcha. Can't mimic authenticity. Please trust us, Akane-chan. And your father, too.
I had almost
of us would ever
completely
give in to
forgotten she was
injustice.
obsessed
No matter
with the
what.
Phantom Thieves.
We never stray from our chosen path.
To be honest, Akane, you were right. I'm probably the worst dad out there. I couldn't avenge Aoi, nor could I carry out my duties as an officer. Hell, I couldn't even talk to you face to face. I was afraid to lose you, and so I turned my back on justice and buried the thought of vengeance for Aoi. All this time, I've been fooling myself, thinking one day I'd get my chance, but I couldn't have been more wrong. So I want to set things right. I swear that I'll bring those criminals to justice for what they've done to you too. And Akane, I need your courage to do it.
Really? Are you really going after him?
Yes. Consider it a promise to your mother.
Then, if it's a promise, I will never, ever forgive you if you break it.
Don't worry. I never will, Akane.
I believe you. I always have. Dad.
Akane! Stay with me, Akane!
I've always been so scared of losing what's precious to me. After Mom passed away, you changed. You used to be so cool. And suddenly, you didn't even want to look me in the eye. You were never home either. Like you didn't want to see me. I hated that.
Akane.
But it's okay now. I can tell. You want to be the dad I used to know.
What is this? What's happening?
I'm really sorry, Dad. And... thanks.
This has to be some kind of joke. It has to be! Akane!
Calm down, Wolf. This is how it always happens.
Akane-chan, or should I say Akane-chan's shadow, went back to her former self. That's a sure sign the real Akane will go back to normal too. So cheer up, Wolf.
You guys couldn't have mentioned that sooner?
That display of emotions, you cried your heart out. It was touching, to say the least.
It made me cry a little too.
What are you talking about? Wasn't crying at all.
Gotta say, you're one hell of a dad.
Very admirable,
Hello,
Wolf.
kitty.
And that's putting it mildly.
Was he high?
He did everything he could to protect Akane-chan, even risking his own life.
Would you cut it out? I'm nowhere near that competent.
Are you
Say hello to the
blushing?
internet, kitty.
All jokes aside, there's no need to hold back anymore, Wolf. Together we can strike down any evil. All of us working as one.
Never thought a thief could teach me a thing or two, but you know what? I made Akane a promise to arrest Konoe and Owada and bring this case to an end.
Damn right!
Not to backtrack, but what's going on with Akane in the real world?
Actually, we came here because we heard she was kidnapped.
Maybe she was never kidnapped to begin with. Might be good to check if she's at home.
Sounds like a plan. We're done.
Akane. Oh, you've become so much like your mother. You grew up, maybe even a little too fast. I was so desperate to protect you that I became blind to just about everything else. I failed you as a father. But I'm done running away. Konoe's going to pay for using you, and Owada's going down with him. He's going to answer for taking Aoi from us. I won't lose sight of justice ever again.
Dad?
Akane! Are you alright? You're not hurt anywhere or anything, are you?
I'm okay.
Oh. Good.
When did I fall asleep?
Oh, that's right. You wouldn't remember.
Remember what?
How should I explain this? Alright, we'll take it nice and slow. There's a lot to talk about. Will you hear me out, Akane?
I'm really glad Akane-chan is okay.
I'm with you there. This time was a little too close.
But why did Akane-chan become a monarch?
It sounded like Akane-chan kinda had her own agenda. Is that what makes you a monarch, though?
Well, one thing's for certain. Akane was made into a monarch to capture us. If I had to guess, Konoe's the one who set this up. Although I'm not sure if he was acting on Owada's orders or just on his own.
Do you think Konoe made Alice and Natsume into monarchs too?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But it probably wasn't for the same reason he made Akane into one. That part remains a mystery.
Playing with other people's hearts like that. You won't get away with this.
Yeah, just you wait, you goat-chinned mother...
Is it gone? Oh, looks like they haven't found this place just yet.
We're stuck here unless we do something.
Incoming phone call from Asai Nijima.
What? From Sis?
Hello? It's been some time. Do you remember me? It's Sainijima. Thanks. stuck your nose into something big again. Is everyone else with you? Could you put me on speaker? It's good to hear you're all okay.
Sis, thank you. I knew you'd come through for us.
You owe me big for this one. My help doesn't come cheap, you know.
For real, you really saved our asses. We would have been totally boned if you hadn't got Gramps out.
Gorgeous and professional. That's a recipe for a femme fatale super lawyer if I've ever seen one.
Flattery won't get you anywhere, just so you're aware. Plus, I can't take all the credit. Anyway, I have some good news. The arrest warrant for the Phantom Thieves has been voided. That should keep the police off your backs for the time being.
What? How did that happen?
The arrest warrant didn't have a judge's seal. What's more, the evidence submitted was fake. It seems like someone wanted you all arrested, and they didn't care what for so long as it was done. Not only that, but it turns out the Public Security Bureau had a hand in Inspector Hasagawa's unlawful investigation. The prefectural police are scrambling to cover this up right now. They can't afford to be out looking for you. I'll contact you if anything happens. In the meantime, just focus on getting out of your current predicament, okay?
Oh, cat.
Just make it back in one piece. No better way to say thanks.
Sis, thank you so much.
Stay safe, Makoto. All right, I have business to take care of. I'm looking forward to hearing from you again.
How encouraging. To know there are others out there who support us.
We'll need to do all we can to succeed. For their sakes, too.
Now we just gotta come up with a plan. What should we do?
If Konoe is responsible for changing everyone's hearts, then it's likely this case will be resolved once we change his heart.
Yeah, and we'll clear our names, too.
Great. We won't be suspects in the director's murder anymore either.
But we still don't have the keyword for Konoe's jail.
He seems to be more aware of our activities than we expected. I doubt we'll be able to carry out Zenkichi's plan at this point.
And that's not all. If he knows about us, then he probably knows to keep his keyword safe as well. Safe to assume he won't just carelessly let it slip out. Not while his heart's liable to be changed.
Up shit creek without a paddle. Now what?
We just need someone who can get Konoe's keyword without raising suspicion. Is that right?
Do you know of such a person?
What about Kuon Ichinose?
Of course. Ichinose-san's the one who developed Emma, and she's had contact with Konoe, thanks to the lecture at the university.
Ichinose-san might be able to get Konoe's keyword without seeming out of place. This just might work. Good job, Sophia. A piece of cake, as they say. See if you can call her up right now.
Hello? Hello there. You seem to be doing okay. That's great to hear. Truly brightens my day. Did something happen? Or, wait, let me back up a bit. How did things go in Okinawa?
Oh, right. We never told Ichinose-san about Okinawa.
That's true. We should fill her in on what's been going on.
Oh, it sounds like you're all together. Okay, let's hear it. I see. It seems you're caught up in another crazy adventure as usual.
Hey, this ain't nothing to laugh about.
Oops, I guess that wasn't right of me. I think I understand what's going on. So, you're after Konoe-san's keyword, right?
Right. Do you think you can get it out of him?
Well, asking him for it might be kind of weird. I mean, I already got it from him a while ago.
Say what?
But how?
Well, the day you guys came to that lecture, there was a little social gathering afterward for some of the bigger names involved. It was there I ran into Konoe-san and he gave me his business card. The keyword was right there on the front. Now, where'd I put it? Oh, I'm pretty sure I had it right here.
Please, you've got to find it. This is top priority.
Oh, right, okay. I think it was around here somewhere.
Have a nice day! Eccentric as ever, isn't she? And it's gonna take till tomorrow? How messy do you think her room is?
A small price to pay, but if this gets us his keyword...
We'll be able to enter Kanoe's jail.
Can we really count on her, though?
I'm not so sure, but we don't have any other options right now.
Yeah. Let's just make sure we're prepared for when we finally infiltrate the jail. Tomorrow, we'll link up with Zenkichi and head to Osaka.
What up, Osaka? So, we're finally at Kanoe's home base, huh?
Man, too bad we had to come here for Phantom Thief biz. We could have stuffed ourselves stupid.
Well, Sophia, is there a jail nearby?
There is. I can smell it. Guess that settles it then.
Now, if Ichinose-san could just find that business card.
This is it, you guys. Do or die. We're gonna take that asshole Kanoe down and settle this once and for all.
Oh, look who decided to step their game up.
Think maybe his new persona abilities go into his head?
If this were a movie, you'd probably be taken out within the next 30 minutes.
What? Give me a friggin' break. I'm just saying we should be ready, all right?
Luckily, we won't have to worry about getting caught by the police. Still, we'll want to be good and ready for what's ahead.
Well, Osaka is Japan's kitchen. I can't imagine a better place to provide us with a pre-battle meal.
And there's plenty else here for us, too. By the way, is Akane-chan okay?
Yeah, she was up and at 'em this morning. She's with her grandparents right now. I really owe you guys. Thanks.
I don't know why, but it's weird hearing you thank us like that, Gramps.
Well, it's not like he made the best first impression.
Yeah. Can't trust the police at all. Getting back to business, though. Do you guys have a plan to get Kanoe's keyword?
Yep, Ichinose's looking into it.
Ichinose? Oh, right. The woman who designed Emma.
Ichinose is calling. I'll put it on speaker. Hey, speak of the devil.
Good morning, Phantom Thieves! How's everyone been?
Ah, upbeat as usual, I see.
Did you have any luck getting the keyword?
Did you forget who you're talking to? Of course I found it. No problem whatsoever.
Oh, hell yeah!
Now then, without further ado, Akira Kanoe's keyword is Zephyrman.
Zephyr, what now?
Zephyr Man.
Is that what I think it is? You've heard of it, Futaba?
It's an old live-action superhero series. You know, the kind where they transform and fight evil and stuff. It's got somewhat of a cult following, but for the most part, it's pretty small time. Kanoe must be a big superhero buff.
Hold
So
that
it's a
thought,
superhero
guys.
TV show.
For just a second,
Why
I'm
would
gonna
he
go
have
close
something
the
like
window.
that as his keyword?
It's getting a little chilly
Well,
in
whatever
here.
his reason,
Weather's
we
been
can
getting
enter
better,
the jail
but
now.
not
Thank you
good
for your
enough.
help, Ichinose-san.
Nonsense. It was easy. Besides, hearing you guys go about your business truly brightens my day.
There we go. That wasn't awkward at all. Okay. Sorry about that, guys.
I guess I am pretty amazing, but it's kind of embarrassing when someone else points it out. Anyhow, the real fight is only just beginning, right? Make sure you don't get yourselves killed out there. All right, I can't wait to hear all the juicy details when you get back. Adios, Phantom Thieves!
Okay. Next stop, Konoe's jail.
If things go according to plan, this will be the last one.
Right. Changing Konoe's heart should bring an end to the change of heart epidemic.
Man, this is turning out to be one hell of a summer vacation.
I'll say, we ended up traveling nearly the whole country.
We're not done just yet.
I lost my body
Not
again.
until we knock Konoe off his perch and make it safely back to Tokyo.
You know what they say, it ain't over till it's over.
Hey, are you sure it's okay for you to be hanging around us, Senkichi? You're not gonna get fired or anything?
Come on. You're not gonna make me sit out for the finale, are you? That bastard Konoe's gonna get what's coming. Plus, it's time you kids cleared your names. And let's not forget Owada. I'm bringing him in, too.
Indeed. We cannot return to our own lives until we expose his misdeeds.
All right, what do you say we get going?
Can you find us the best entry point, Sophia?
Okay, leave it to me. Leave it to me. Shall we? Here's what I found. Take a look around. That's a popular choice. Here are your items. Stop by again, okay? Hi, welcome. Is that all for today? That's a popular choice. Thank you. Thank you.
Can I help you find something? Oh, that's what you like? Thank you.
What a coincidence. What in heaven?
Is that all you need? That's all. Come again.
How's it going? You picked the good stuff. Here you are. Is that what you want? We appreciate come again.
Please take your time. Is this all?
I guarantee come again.
How may I help you? Come again. Oh, welcome. Is that what you want? Here you are. Take it. Come again.
Hey there.
Good day. Good day.
Whoa!
Hey. That sounds like fun.
What will it be? See you again.
It can't be.
Yeah. That little kitty, Noelle, is, she's taken to wanting to be a part of things over the last few streams. My older cat sometimes jumps in too, but she enjoys the company of my girlfriend just as much as she enjoys my company, so a lot of the time she goes with
Whoa.
my girlfriend upstairs, so.
Hey.
I mean, depending on what you consider to be the problem with cats. Unless you're saying that they're perfect, in which case, I mean, I don't know if that's entirely true. The littlest one, the one that you saw tonight, when I play hockey on here, she
What did you
gets
say?
mesmerized by the screen. Actually, I think on my personal social media, there's videos that I have of her watching me play and then watching an actual hockey game.
Why?
Personally, I think it has something to do with all the stuff moving on on the white surface, but it's not like the cat can tell me, right? I've had cats for the majority of my life, whenever I could. It's just been a thing that I've always been around. They're great for companionship, and I love them. That's not to say that I've loved every cat that I've been around. There have been some just outright bastards out there, but that's more of the exception than the rule.
I see.
Okay, let's do this.
Let's go.
More stores, okay. I'm gonna have to come back to this, I think. Of course you do. Tell me which feature I
It
can get
appears your
access to
journey
this
is finally entering its closing act. As for this man named Kanoe's ambition, all of the pieces have been gathered in one place. His heart must be truly warped for him to sacrifice the wills of others without hesitation. At this rate, even your
Despite the
futures may fall
foreshadowing,
into
I
his
know for a
hands.
fact that this coming area that I'm going to be going into is not the last one. So while there may be some major spoilers coming up in the next little bit, it's not going to be the end of the game. So
There is no cause for concern.
do what you will with
Just
that
make sure you
information,
are
I guess.
fully prepared. There is one more thing I must mention. I can only hope it will be of use to you. In all of the various jails across the country, I can sense the energies of powerful shadows. With no masters to serve, they have been left to wander the metaverse. Defeating them may allow you to carry them within your heart. Know that facing them is not necessary, though they will surely prove a great source of strength.
That's actually an interesting thing. So the Velvet Room is something that's existed more or less in every entry in the Persona series, and it's never implicitly stated what the Velvet Room is, other than the Velvet Room exists for everybody. Up until Persona 5, it was strongly suggested that each and every person has their own Velvet Room. However, that was kind of turned on its ass at the end of Persona 5. What it's implied to be is this layer of space in existence between the subconscious and reality, where these worlds of cognition and the persona exists, called, I think it's the sea of the unconscious. Conscious? I know I'm pronouncing that badly, but that's basically where all the persona come from. where a lot of these cognitive worlds exist. In previous entries in the Persona series, it was more or less where, how to put this, it was more or less where a lot of the supernatural looking things came from. You didn't really have these areas in earlier Persona games that were considered theoretical or philosophical, or like a lot of the worlds took place in a state of reality, and things seeped into reality as opposed to the other way around. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that's not coincidental either. Well, from my understanding, that wasn't always the intention. The intention, and this is just my opinion, the intention was always to take the approach of these are elements that are being, like I said before, being brought into reality and being forced into reality, whereas starting with about Persona 3, if I'm not mistaken, it goes the other way around to create more of a, I guess, more of a dramatic change where they can do more with the games.
The power of the wild card you carry may very well be this world's trump card. I suggest you make full use of your personas as you steel yourselves for the battle ahead.
And there's a lot of implications in regards to like religious figures and things like that too. It introduces a weird kind of implication where do people will them into existence in these cognitive worlds, or did they already exist? And again, is it the other way around and they're leaking into reality through faith-based belief?
Yes.
Hey!
How's it going? Speaking of which,
One thing that I think I've always really appreciated about these games is that they make absolutely no qualms about this being Japanese culture. Whereas with some games they try and what's the word? Not just translate, but localize these games so that way they're relatable as far as North American culture is concerned. They don't really make that effort with the Persona series games, and I think it's better for it. Me personally, I mean, I think it's more because of the fact that most of the people who are into Persona games are also anime fans, and the crossover is heavy with that, so they enjoy the culture hits from Japan, whereas in the case of someone like myself, I just appreciate the integrity, I guess.
Hey. All right.
What? Damn it.
Come in. Come again.
Yes. What are you gonna do? Leave it to me.
So this is our entry point this time. If his keyword is indeed the name of a superhero, one can only wonder what his jail will look like.
Ain't gonna be pretty, that's for sure.
We're going in. Is everyone ready? Yes. Let's go.
We're gonna settle this thing once and for all.
This is for everyone, even those who got turned into monarchs.
Kanoe's gonna pay big time for toying with people's hearts like that.
Beginning the operation. Entering the keyword into Emma now. The keyword is Superman.
Very high tech.
Yeah, figures it'd be another crazy one.
See that?
I'd say we just found Kanoe's castle. We're almost there. Only one job left to bring the villain to justice.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I should write something.
Well, the infiltration went well, at least.
Stay sharp, everybody. This could potentially be the mastermind behind everything that we've faced thus far. Security's bound to be tight.
Great. We should expect that Kanoe knows how jails work, too.
I assume that's Kanoe's castle. If so, we have our destination.
Time to get moving. Show me how it's done.
Let's go.
Hang on a sec. Stop!
What is it, Oracle?
Check it out.
The hell is that? A machine gun?
And it's topped with a security camera, too. It'll probably open fire if you get too close.
So it's the same setup we saw in Shibuya. The castle's beyond here.
I should also
So
let
we're
you
gonna
know
have to
that
do something
earlier
about this
on
thing
in this save,
If I had to guess, I'd
there
say
was
there's
a lot of
core somewhere
spaces
around
where I
here
just
that's
kind of
powering
left the
it.
game
I
on
saw something that looked like
while
a
I
prison
was
heat
writing
up
the
top.
review,
This is business as
which is
usual.
why I
It's probably
chose
there.
this save,
Guess that's
because
the
it
first
was
stop.
in a
Let's get going.
place somewhere in the
Here's a
middle of
key.
the game when I was
Guess I'll know once I get
deciding
there.
to stream, because apparently there was people who were flying through the
Greetings,
game
good citizen.
on
Have you
the
seen
first
any
day of
evildoers
release, so
nearby?
I kind of wanted to try and keep
If you
pace.
do see any,
Because that,
please report it immediately.
when you
Our
first start
hero
the game,
will then
the
come to
exposition
change their
in the
hearts.
story is
Akira
just...
is our one true hero.
It's immense.
He is the only one who can save the world. Akira will keep everyone safe with the power to change hearts. He will protect our way of life.
Kira?
You must be referring to Konoe.
When
He's a
I
superhero
actually
in this
played
world.
this
So this is how you
for
use
the
them.
purposes of the
Ironic that
review,
the villain is
in
playing
terms
the
of
hero.
mechanics and in terms of just a lot of the guides that I wanted to write,
What does it mean
I
by that?
flew through the
And this
game. I
voice?
really didn't pay
Is that
much
Emma?
attention to
Only
a
hero
lot of
parading
this.
himself around in a futuristic city.
My second time
Major
around,
dystopia
I
vibes
decided to
from this
actually
So does that mean we're the
kind
villains?
of, not kind of, actually pay way more attention to all of this.
The great hero Akira.
Who knows? This isn't your everyday narcissist we're dealing with.
It also helps
show
that I
you
have
who
a
the
lot
real
of
villain is.
experience with the Persona franchise and the Warriors franchise, so I'd say there's probably about yeah, that's probably fairly accurate. As far as this particular save is concerned, what it says is probably about 10 hours too much,
I'll reveal your true
which is
form.
still a lot considering this type of game. But usually this type of game, like these Warriors games, usually have a lot more replay value, but the sessions are shorter, so it's kind of like a give and take as far as that's concerned, I guess.
That was almost too easy.
All right.
It looks
No
like
time to waste.
mining for money is going to be a little bit easier than I expected. This one, get back to me when I get to a save point,
Show me your
but
true
I'm probably looking at closer to about 40,
This is our
50,
chance.
somewhere in
Don't
there.
waste it.
Like, at this point of the game. And if you skip all the cutscenes, you probably blow through this in about one piece. You're taking your time.
Wait, it's over? That flew by.
Good stuff, guys. Keep it coming.
All right.
Man, this camera's friggin' everywhere.
Those who refuse to do as they're told will be eliminated without exception.
Again, that all depends
imagine
on
that's Konoe's goal.
your
Why would he
experience
go
and
so
your
far?
skill level
He's nothing
and a
like the
lot of
games
stuff.
We can intercept them from here.
I'll reveal your
Ready
true
when you are.
I contemplated doing recording videos for my reviews, but I found that there was a lot of stuff that I need to consider for the embargo when I was creating guides and stuff like that, that I just opted to avoid doing videos altogether to just
I'd say we performed quite
eliminate the
admirably.
possibility of
Let's keep up the pace, shall we?
like spoilers and what have you.
The people of this city.
Like me myself, I know how to avoid getting spoiled on my own as far as plot details for stuff that I enjoy is concerned. However,
Let's go.
I know not everybody has that skill, so I don't try and assume that everybody is as good at it
Shadow
as
might
I
pose
am.
a problem.
Show me your true self.
Let's see what's in there.
We will break them into pieces.
All right, Joker!
Burn it up. You're what's been a nuclear attack. That was over before it started. Whoa! Oh, cool.
they pointed it out, so I assume that's some kind of trap that you just basically get shot to shit if you get caught in that spotlight. So
What is that?
I'm gonna try and avoid it altogether if I can.
All right.
Justice is not optional.
There's a shadow nearby.
I'll reveal
Be
your
careful.
So right now at this point, like at a time like this, I'd probably just call out to the next story beat and skip a lot of these battles. But right now I'm in a spot where I need cash. I need some resources and stuff like that. Mostly healing items and what have you. So right now I'm literally just trying to get myself. Oh boy.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get myself just around and trying to get some.
Excellent work.
And that always stables in mind.
It's over.
Oh, a shadow!
I mean, there's value in that, but probably not the value you're thinking of.
Right, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain areas that I think by the time you're at the spot that you are at the game, before you come across like an enemy that has the blue lightning coursing around and stuff like that, which is just identify that it's a higher level enemy.
That was a quick one.
Okay.
I've
Let's
not
keep this
messed
up.
with them yet because honestly, that's one of those completionist things that I really haven't gotten around to just yet. I probably will do that on a.
Show me your true
God,
self.
if I remember correctly, I believe there's a new game plus mode for this game. I figure I'll try and get everything completed on a engine plus run.
You remain. Finish them all.
That all you got?
You should apply the same effort in the next battle.
Okay, I think we're clear. Let's move it.
Let's go.
So this is what cities might look like in the future. Places so rigid and orderly, it's giving me the creeps.
I don't like it either. Not to mention, there's not one sweet old lady in sight.
Gotta say, I agree too. I prefer cities with actual people in them.
I think I see something over there.
All right.
We must not allow evil of any kind. All hail the great hero, Akira. Please report any evil presence or activity.
Let's go.
Presence or activity.
Whoa, for real?
I warned you. It'll shoot anything within its one wrong step and you're Swiss cheese. Steer clear.
Sheesh, these jails sure are dangerous.
Get caught one, and it does a good job of marking them on the map.
Shadow. Mighty tough.
It's always handy.
They don't see us. I think we can go for an ambush. Are we lucky or what? Yeah, this one's the fun. Turn it up! Time with wind or nuclear attack! Nobody left. Just a little more. Someone looks happy. Was that not a challenge? Here's hoping the next one's just as easy.
This would be what we need.
It honestly, I feel that it takes a special core in order to really appreciate a game like this. It is definitely not for everybody, but for those that it's for, it's really for them.
There's a strong-looking shadow ahead. Tread lightly.
I saw something.
Oh.
There, this one. There.
It's tough, but it's weak to fire. We can handle this.
Let up! Finish him off! Ha, that was nothing.
Okay, on to the next one.
All right.
All right. Looks like we can make our way to the prison from here.
We've arrived at Juoji Zoo. With the prison
I
peepees.
think we've got a checkpoint coming up soon. Oh, this should be interesting.
Fire!
Something's not right. Wait, Ice. You must be villains.
You know, obviously.
If anyone's a villain here, it's you, pal.
Enough talk. In the name of our hero, Akira, I will execute you here and now.
Honestly, your best bet for a build would probably be the first thing you would want to do is get. I believe there's a bond skill that basically allows you to get more and more bond experience as you progress through the game. It's probably your number one skill you want to focus on. And then as you go, you're going to want to tailor it to your playstyle. I know that sounds like a cop-out, but it really kind of... You're going to want to. Me, myself, as you might have noticed, 90% of my attacks are going to come from basic melee and ability to dodge. So I'm going to want to put more stats in agility. I'm going to want to put more stats in strength. And same goes for my personas. However, I know that's not for everybody. Another one that I focused on was my ability to regenerate HP through items. As you can see, I get a lot of use from them. So it really depends on your playstyle, man. It's straightforward though. If you want to use more magic attacks through the personas and stuff like that, there's 2 bond skills that you can increase over time that tailors, that gives you buffs based on your magic skills. So, I mean, it really depends. Just try and understand what it does and what each level on that bond skill gets you before you put points into it. Because as far as I know, you can't take it back.
It's a strong one. Exploit its weakness to curse. This one.
Come! I'll use this. Persona! With this!
I better step it up too.
And just as I'm saying this, of course, there's a call for me to use persona skills, so good time.
Let's go. Persona!
And you'll notice here too, if I can point this out, because this was something that I completely overlooked when I first started playing, probably at about the time that you are at now. Not necessarily just big, like mid-level boss enemies like this one, but also smaller enemies, or some of the what I like to call officers, because that's more of a warrior's thing. But some of the larger enemies throughout, that are sprinkled throughout the stages and stuff like that, they'll have these little shields underneath their health bars, and what that's supposed to represent is basically how long before you knock them down. When you knock them down, you can perform the all-out attacks. They deal a fair amount of damage, so you break these shields by hitting their weaknesses, using technical hits, and dealing critical hits. And I believe technicals are from if you inflict a status on them and then you follow up with a particular kind of attack. So an example of this is if you manage to freeze an enemy and then you use a physical ability afterwards, it's considered a technical hit. Some do more than others in regards to the shields, but once they're all gone, you knock them out. Or not knock them out, but you knock them down. They take the knee for a little bit, and that allows you to do your all-out attack. A lot of times with more common, smaller enemies, it's enough to just hit them with their weakness once, and that's because they have no shields.
Okay. This one. Sure.
What if we use that?
Persona!
That one looks tough. Everyone stay focused. I'm not done.
Got it. Let's go. Take this.
Perfection.
Whoa, that was sweet! Leave that one to me.
Persona! You can exploit its weakness with psychokinesis.
Yeah, it could be, it can be. At first, there's a lot that you can overlook. Like, this right here is MMO levels of information. And honestly, it can be easy to get caught up in what's going on. But if you want me to break it down, if anybody's watching on VOD, what we're looking at here is, so in the top left corner behind my video, you see the character's portrait there. Basically, at one point, you can do a follow-up attack with one of your other party members using the control pad, or the D-pad rather, in the direction that's highlighted there. I don't use it very often unless it takes advantage of a weakness. It's not something I do very often, like I said. By the enemy there, you could also, if you target them using your persona, or if you use your third eye ability, you will see this. And it's basically an idea of what their level is, what their HP is, what their weaknesses and strengths are. So right now, hitting them with normal melee attacks won't be as effective. However, if I hit them with any of the stuff that says WK, that means they're weak to it. DR means that they actually drain from it, so they actually get healed when you use nuclear attacks in this case. And with wind there, NUL means that it's completely nullified. The ATK and DF down arrows there are because I afflicted it with lowered attack and defense through the skills I have with my persona. The persona menu is fairly straightforward. I can switch between personas when I'm in this spot. And all the other stuff is fairly straightforward. Once you understand some of the stuff, I mean, honestly, it's like training wheels. Once you get the basics of everything down, and you start getting used to the flow of battle, it's fairly simple.
Persona! You're mine!
Oh, nice, Joker! You hit its weakness! That was awesome! It's showtime! Go for it, Joker!
Okay, this one. Showtime! Black ooze! Here!
Oh! Good! Hang in there! Fence up!
Expertly
Powerful, and wind is ineffective! What a cheater!
Come! Grab it, Seth!
Bingo! That skill just now? Perfection! Keep it up! Joker, you're low on stamina. Be careful! Joker got in a follow-up attack!
That's it, Joker!
Fair warning! This one's gonna be rough!
That was me! Yeah, here I go!
Grab the stone! How about this? Beautiful combo, Panther! It's on here! I'm coming!
Sorry.
Powerful! You can exploit its weakness with psychokinesis!
Take this!
Joker got in a follow-up attack! Ooh, check out my new skill! You're pretty low on stamina. Might want to head back before it's all gone.
fine. Fine. This is fine.
This one.
Help left. Hurry up and heal.
Fire!
It's a strong one. Way to defeat Mr. Kurt.
Let's go.
Nicely done, kiddos.
Let's keep chugging along. Hey, look! It's a treasure chest. Hey, Joker, what did you find? Score! Now let's get some more.
It's a shadow. Better be careful.
Alright, this is quite a fun.
Not letting that happen again.
We're running out of steam. Hunt down any stragglers.
You guys have burned a lot of stamina. Don't overdo it, okay?
I think we all did really well.
Let's move on.
Let's go. All right.
Will not forgive evildoing of any kind.
We can take this one by surprise.
Got this for sure.
Look like that! Let's steamroll! It's showtime! Go for it, Joker!
Take this! Showtime! Black ooze! Here!
Whoa! Looking cool, Joker!
Was that it? Huh, that was fast.
Oh, nice one! Keep it up! Hey, a checkpoint. Make sure you register it.
I don't see any shadows.
I see another page. Is that an exhibit too?
Are these the people who were made into monarchs?
This was all just some big show to him?
In reality, he likely saw them as a means to an end. They weren't much more than that.
So this dickhead uses these people for all they're worth, and this is how he treats them? What an asshole!
Now then.
So yeah, for the sake of argument here regarding the game hours, it says 53 years, so probably actually closer to about 30 to 40, somewhere in there of actual game time.
Ooh, this may be relevant to my interests. That shadow looks like it'll put up quite a fight. You can always attack.
Oh, you're screwed now! Private time! Strike! It's over.
Okay, sorry guys.
make a move, try to shine.
The enemy's no pushover! Targeted weakness to win! Your health is bad!
What? Not yet. It's over. Legion! Arsatsuki! Slime! Lamia! Fortress! Hi, Pixie! You're mine!
Gotta exploit those weaknesses! Come on, Joker! Keep going out! Keep it up!
Grab it, Seth! Strike!
One more time, give up that face now. Take on your own story and lead a love. Stories of princess and roses. Feel free, love every day. Making you a secret turns into hope. Nothing to skip, all these roads to take. Walk on, look up now.
This one.
Time to crawl out of this prison keeping you
Everyone stay focused!
Come! Persona! Take it!
Marina! Spira, what's there? Fire attack! Bam! What's that always do?
That off quite well.
Full
Get that one.
Here I go! Shatter up!
Wow! So, way to move!
Out of the way!
Not bad, you go. You're better than I thought.
Out of the way!
Don't be forgetful! That means his persona's concealed!
Get him!
Okay! Wizard took down a strong enemy, and stylishly to boot! Nice work, ladies and gents!
They got the drop box.
No worries, we can handle it!
It's weak to fire! But you turn up the heat! Persona! Make sure Panther's okay!
Out of my sight for your position tragic. Day and night, say one all alone. Don't throw out the words, wasting away hours. Holding like a tender night. Ways of love, go find the next to glide. I take her but not of mine. Look how you messed up.
This is bad! That was almost one! Let's finish this!
Alright!
Burn it up! Start with wind or nuclear attack!
Let's go! Buckhorn! Satans and Black Ooze! You're mine!
Oh, nice, Joker! You hit its weakness! Strong as always!
Come! Ravage that! Now!
Fair warning! It's gonna be rough!
If you regret,
Another job well done.
Let's keep moving ahead, shall we?
You've used up a lot of stamina. I'd say now's the time to call it.
I'll just add this.